Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Building Our Future Today. On previous episode, we talked about exploitation of one's potential or talent. And today we're going to be talking about acquisition of one's skills. And I have with me a very fine gentleman, very much single, by name Godfrey. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Godfrey from Ghana, and I'm a master's student here in Morocco. Yeah.
All right. First off, what is skills acquisition?
Okay, so before I go to skill acquisition, I think we first have to define what a skill is. And a skill is the ability to do something well. Not just to do it, but to do it well. So that is a skill. And skill acquisition, I think is the things we do, the processes we undergo for us to be able to acquire a skill. So that is a skill acquisition.
Do you say the ability to do something well?
Yes, the ability to do something well.
What's the difference between skill and talent?
I think talent is a form of skill. In my opinion, I think talent is a form of skill because talent has to do with, something you are doing. So if you're able to do it well, it becomes a skill. Yeah.
Okay, so can everybody acquire a skill?
Yes, everyone can. Yes.
So what happens to, okay, let's say, if you're saying everyone can acquire a skill, and then here lies the case, I'm a graduate, maybe I studied, let's say I studied engineering, and I'm just home waiting for the government or a sector to employ me. Am I supposed to start something on my own or just cross my legs and,
Yeah, if you want to survive,
yeah,
or if you want to have income, then I think you shouldn't wait for an employment. You can acquire a skill to actually start doing something for yourself. And one opportunity to acquiring a skill is actually you open yourself up to gaining employment from different areas. And so if you have a skill, you open yourself up to have different opportunities to work, to earn an income. And so it's really important we acquire a skill. Yeah.
But we graduates, especially in our countries, everybody wants to be in the office. Nobody wants to get dirty.
Yeah. I think it's the mentality we have, and sometimes it's our parents who try to, put these things on our heads.
Yeah.
Be a doctor, be a lawyer, do this, do that. And we don't actually give much to some of the skills that could really bring income to us. So
what are these kind of skills that you think new graduates can acquire?
So there are a lot. There are a lot. And so some of them could be, you can learn programming, you can learn how to design flyers, how to design invitation cards, how to do a lot of things. You can even learn video editing, video production. And so I think it has to do with, you have to say some of the things you can do on the internet, because right now YouTube is huge. And YouTube, there are a lot of videos about skills you can acquire.
Yeah.
So you need to search and see which one interests you, which one do I have an interest in. And when you find one that you have an interest in, then you begin to go into it. Or what are the things this is supposed to do, to acquire these skills. And so it takes an effort on our part. We need to put in the effort to actually acquire a skill. Yeah.
All right. So you kept mentioning typing or videography, graphic designing, and all that.
Yeah.
How about those that don't have access to this internet thing? Let's say somebody somewhere that doesn't even know such skills exist. What are some other skills they can do?
Yeah. So I think up until now, all the skills I talked about mainly has to do with the internet, going online to search. But, there are actually some companies or a place like, for instance, a mechanic shop. You can actually go there and then learn under someone for you to acquire the skill to be able to take care of a car, so that you can use that skill to, do something for yourself. And so it's not always about going online to search. There are avenues around us where we can go and put ourselves under someone to learn a trade. Then we can use that trade to do something for ourselves. So it's not only online. You can also do it in your own area. Yeah. And also baking and cooking and all those things are also skills. If you're able to cook, it can open the avenue for you to even have your own restaurant or a food joint or something. And so cooking is also really a skill that's really important that we need to have. Yeah.
So somebody, let's say the person have the skills, all of the skills you're talking about. Funding is another issue. Somebody might have the skill, but then you talked about opening a restaurant and all that. It's not easy to open a restaurant. Yeah. So I think funding is also the issue.
Yeah. But I think the aspect of funding, I think right now the banks make loan available for people to start businesses and stuff. So it depends on the bank, but you can actually go to the bank and speak to them and see how you can be able to get the amount, the capital to start whatever business. So I think at this moment, funding, it's not really that huge of a problem that it used to be. Right now, the banks, make loan available.
To give like a collateral.
Yeah. They make loan available for people who want to start businesses and stuff. So you just have to go to the bank and speak to them and ask them how you can be able to go about this. Yeah.
Okay, so is acquiring a skill profitable?
Yes, very.
All the skills.
Very profitable. Very.
All of them.
Yeah, because at times we think diplomas and these things will bring a lot of money, but I think it's important to have other avenues of income, and say acquiring a skill can create another source of income for you, which will even increase your wealth or anything you're trying to build. And so the things we learn at school, they are important, very important, but they are not enough for us to go to the place you want to reach. You want to have money, you want to enjoy life and everything. Yeah. And at times, unless you are, I don't know, a doctor or a CEO or something, that amount of money you receive monthly won't be enough for you to do the things you want to do. Yeah. And so having another source of income can actually help you to have a stable life and enjoy life as you want to. So it's really important we acquire skills. Yeah.
Okay, so that's brings back this question. Crypto, is it also a skill? Because people are
how to mine crypto and their skills, because not everyone can do that. People actually, for me, I'm not an expert in that, and so I don't have that skill to do that, but people actually have the skill to trade in crypto. How they're actually able to study the crypto market and see when to invest, when not to invest. So it's really a skill that people have. Personally, I don't have that skill, but people do have that skill and they are enjoying from it. So,
and it looks like it's the highest paid skill now.
Probably it could be. I don't know, but probably it's.
But to you, what is the highest?
For me, I think the highest has to do with programming and those stuff, because right now, everything is about the internet.
Yeah.
Companies like to build sites. Companies like to build applications and all that. Like everyone wants to showcase their work to the world. And the only way to do that is through applications, through this in social media. And so if you are in the social media sphere or you're able to program, create apps and applications, I think that's one of the top earners. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how to put this question, but then what is more important in choosing a skill to learn? Like, am I supposed to consider the money that comes with it, or am I supposed to be passionate about it?
Yeah, I think you have to have the passion for it first. And I think if you have that and you're able to apply yourself and you're able to acquire the skills, the money will come. Because the money comes because of the work you are doing. And so if you're able to do the work well, like a lot of people will pay for that. Because people are looking for other people to do certain things for them. And so when they find that you have the skill to do what they actually want, they will pay you the money. No matter the amount you want, they will pay you. And so you first of all must have the passion and the will, to do what you want to do. And after you have that and you're able to apply yourself to acquire the skill, I'm telling you, a lot of people will pay money for you to do things for them. And so you must have the will to do it. You shouldn't think about money. As for the money, it will come. You just have to apply yourself first, and then the money will follow. Yeah.
Okay, not everybody is able to learn something new. Like the zeal or the passion you're talking about. Yeah. It's very difficult to learn something new. Yeah. Let's say me being here right now, and then you're telling me carpentry is a very high paying job, so I should learn carpentry.
But that one, it goes back to the question you just asked about whether or not you consider the money first or the passion. So, for instance, in this case, I'm telling you that this will earn you a lot of money. So you should be able to learn how to do it, but you don't have the desire for it. So at the end of it will be a bit hard for you to learn because the desire is not there for you to learn it. And you know already, like I'm sure you know this, if you don't have, the desire for something, you don't apply yourself to learn it,
Yeah.
And so if you don't apply yourself to learn it, you might not be able to do it well. And a skill, as I said from the beginning, is the ability to do something well.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to do it well, it means you have that passion for it. And so you apply yourself so that you learn how to do it well. And so I think the first step is to have the desire for something. You shouldn't go for something because, it's at the top, like you get a lot of money if you do this, so you go for it. You might end up, frustrated because you went because of money. It's not because you really have a desire for it. And at the end of it all, you become frustrated. So you shouldn't follow the money. You should rather follow what you want to do. Yeah.
Okay. There are a lot of people in our villages that have great skills. They can do a lot of things, but then they have nowhere to showcase what they can do. What do you think we can do to help them?
I think we can make these resources available to them. I think these resources are the main blocks in their way, because they don't have access to money, or they don't have access to teachers to teach them, or they don't have access to an expert, and so making resources available to them, I think is the most important thing for them to, work on their skill. Yeah.
So have you acquired any skill yourself?
Yeah, I've acquired quite a number of skills.
Right,
if I could say, so actually I'm into video editing. I've learned how to edit videos, edit pictures. So I'm able to use this Photoshop. And it was actually a skill I acquired because at first I didn't know how to do all that. Okay. And so through learning, through experience, doing editing videos, actual videos, I was able to, work on my skill to a point where I can say, I'm pretty good at it. And so, video editing, pictures, and also sound, actually how to, set up a mixer for the sound and everything. So those are the basic skills that I acquired. And other skills probably are playing instruments. I played the guitar. So it was also something I had to learn because at first I didn't know how to play any instrument. And so I had to apply myself to learn. And so those are some of the skills that I have. Yeah.
How long did it take you to learn all of this?
Wow. it took quite a number of, well, not really long, but it took some time for me to be able to acquire. Sometimes we live in a world where we want everything quick, everything sharp. Yeah, but I think we need to give ourselves time. Sometimes when we start a skill and we are not advancing, it's a bit hard for us, because we try to, I've started this, so I must be good by this time. I must be good by this year. No, but we should give ourselves time. We should rather focus our energy on being able to do the thing well, not the time we spend, to learn the thing. And so we need to give ourselves time. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the difficulties in learning the skills.
Yeah.
Let me start with yours. What were some of the difficulties you faced?
Wow. Some of the difficulties, let me see. One was sometimes time. I didn't have enough time, because of school.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I didn't have enough time to do a lot. So maybe that's why it took a long time, because I didn't have enough time to do it. And sometimes, for instance, when I was learning the instrument, I didn't have an instrument on my own. And so it was when I gained access to an instrument that I was able to practice, and also video editing. I learned how to do the video editing, but I was not really doing it because I didn't have any video to actually edit. Like, it was just short videos until your director, contacted me for us to do something together. That was when I started to edit videos, and so I got good at it and everything. So those were the main business. So school, I was limited by time because of school, and also sometimes the resources, I didn't have it. And so until I gained access to a resource, I was not able to practice the skill. And for you to be good at something, you have to practice. Yeah. So those were some of the difficulties I had. And also sometimes I was hard on myself, because as I said, we try to finish at this time. So I give myself like around this time I should finish, and the time will come and it's like I'm still at the same place, And so I'm hard on myself, learn this. But yeah, those are the things now, like, I understand. You need to give yourself time.
Yeah.
You need to work on yourself. Yeah.
So I kind of think also that having the things available also is a difficulty for those that wants to learn a skill. Like you said, you play the guitar. Somebody wants to play guitar but then doesn't have a guitar.
Yeah.
So how is this person going to learn this guitar?
You could start with the basics of music. Learn the music notes, the keys and everything. Learn the guitar, the shape of the guitar, the different parts of the guitar, so that at least when you gain access to one, you have a knowledge about music. So now you are not come to apply the information you have. You are not come to apply it. Yeah. So if you don't have access to a keyboard, for instance, just learn the basics.
Yeah.
Which keys, like the names of the white keys, the name of the black this. You should learn all those stuff, so that when you get a guitar, you are like, okay, I learned that the white key is this, the black one is this, and so now I'm applying it. And so you now apply the information you have in your head. You now apply it, and small you'll be able to play.
You've learned the theory.
And now you come to, apply it. So
Yeah, so talking about skills, I've also tried to acquire some. I bake, I cook.
Oh, that's nice.
I actually learned baking from my mom. My mom is a caterer. So like it just, should I say it just came naturally, like being with her and
naturally. I think you learned to, like, you did something, right? So you didn't
I should say she taught me.
Exactly.
She taught me. But then, when you're there, You just you're there, and then recipes are coming into your head. You're creating them here and there.
Actually, I can also cook, and it was also through my mom. So I was always with my mom when she's cooking, and so through that, sometimes she'll teach me to do this, and so I'll do it myself. I'll do it, and at a point, she stopped cooking. And now I was the one cooking in the house.
Of course.
Because, she wanted me to be good at it. So at a point, she stopped cooking, and then she gave, like me, as she come and question me. So through that cooking and everything, then I learned how to cook. And now I can say I'm a good cook in a way. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So. And, I'm just proud of the fact that I'm no longer with my mom right now, but I'm able to, do what she taught me, and then even more, try to add more, change things and all that.
And even when I left home, I didn't have a problem with food because I could cook, like I cook myself. And so like when it comes to food is not an issue where like I have to spend a lot of money to eat outside because I can't cook. But because I was able to acquire that skill, I'm able to cook for myself. And so I don't spend as much. Because, when you go outside to eat, you spend a lot.
Yeah,
and
a lot of money.
And so by being able to learn how to cook, I've been able to reduce, eating outside, the amount of money you spend. So, skills are important. Yeah. Like we really need to acquire skills. Yeah, they are very important. Yeah.
And let me make this quick advert. We have catering service out there. It's called Mama's Recipe. You can contact us for your cakes, your meat pie, your spring rolls, your bread,
affordable price.
Name it. Affordable price. And we will be happy to help and take something small. And if you also need videography, photography, editing, flyers, anything concerning graphic designing, you can contact my director, and we will link you up to this gentleman. Thank you. And lastly, is there any word you would want to give to
I think
people out there?
In one of the previous episodes, one of your guests spoke about your diploma not being enough. And so I would advise all of us, to acquire a skill, because really the things we learn at school, if we really want to have comfortable lives, it's not enough. Really, it's not enough. And so we really need to add something, another, source of income. And that one will come by, acquiring a new skill, a skill that people would pay for you to do something for them. And so my advice to everyone is that we should all acquire a skill and be good at it. Thank you.
And you said the diploma is not enough. No, it's not everybody that understands diploma. So what is diploma?
Your diploma is your degree.
Okay.
Is your degree,
So your school.
Your school certificate, your degree is not enough. You need to acquire a skill. Another skill, yes.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching today. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And then, you click on the bell. And please, if you want to come on this show, our numbers, our social media handles are on the screen. You can call us, you can text us, and we'll be happy to have you. Bye.